It was about 10 p.m., and I was at home with baby Emeka. It was raining outside, absolutely pouring, and lightning and thundering. Emeka was crying and crying because he was gassy. I was walking up and down the hallway, rocking him and patting his little back. I was so exhausted. My phone buzzed. It was Zelu, and she sounded like a slowed record, slurring her words, barely making sense. "Zelu, is that you?" I asked. "So annoying. Course it's me. Caller ID. Oh my God, come on. Ever look at your hand and think you have 6 fingers instead of 5? She whispered. What? Need a ride, Chinyere. Don't trust Uber. The rest of what she said was mainly giggling, snickering, and what sounded like blowing raspberries. It was late. I was alone with an unhappy infant, and now I had to go out and get my sister. We all shared our locations with each other so I could find her. I dressed, bundled up the baby, and went to get her. My BMW is a 2-door. 2 years prior, we hadn't thought we'd have any kids. Funny how life decides certain things for you. So it took me a few minutes to strap Emeka in the back seat. By this time, he was absolutely shrieking. But I stayed focused and got it done. No use in my freaking out, too. Zelu's location took me from Hyde Park all the way past the end of Lakeshore Drive on the north side. I found her in an all-night diner. She was sitting in a booth, looking out the window right at me as I pulled up. Even from where I was, I could see that her eyes were glassy and red. Emeka was fast asleep, finally. The drive had worked like magic on him, and this would be a trick I'd use to calm him for the next year. I had Zelu to thank for that. Zelu and her wahala. I was right in front of the diner, so I opted to leave him in my car, with the heat on, of course. It was below 0 degrees Fahrenheit outside. When I entered the diner, a waitress came right up to me, a short white woman with spiky pink hair. Please say you're here to take that girl home. I am. Oh, thank God. I stepped toward Zelu, and she looked up at me and grinned. She was wearing an Ankara pantsuit. West African wax print cloth was her go-to when it came to fashion. She said she liked the colors, and that Ankara cloth always looked like it was trying to go somewhere, whatever that meant. And she had on red heels. It didn't matter to her that she couldn't walk. Zelu's shoes had to be fire. Her outfit was pretty nice. That's one thing you can always count on my sister for. When she wants to, which is usually, she can dress to the 9s. My sister, she said in her mother's accent. Bawani. I rolled my eyes. She reached into her breast pocket and brought out a large overstuffed blunt and a lighter. I heard the waitress, who was standing behind me, gasp as Zelu started trying to light it. Zelu, stop it. I snatched the blunt and lighter from her hands and grasped the handlebars of her wheelchair. She wasn't drunk, but she was very, very high. Like you could get high just by sniffing her. I enjoy my occasional glass of wine, even brandy, but I have control. Zelu? None. This is my sister. This woman you all know and love. Our ancestors were probably so ashamed this night. I somehow got her in the passenger seat, then I put her chair in the trunk. She was snickering the entire time, like my touch was the most ticklish thing on earth. And I was sweating, despite it being freezing. I thought about the recent rain and wondered about black ice. I shoved the thought away. I had to focus. Emeka didn't wake up, which was a blessing. I still had her door open when a guy came out of a Mercedes SUV parked beside me. Zelu, come on, where you going? He was a gorgeous black man in his 20s, wearing a very expensive-looking tan suit, but it was all wrinkled up. He didn't look like the kind of guy who normally did wrinkled suits. You for real? Zelu shouted. Go away. Who is this? I asked her. Some guy. Baby, the guy said. I've been waiting for you in the freezing cold. 'Cause they kicked you out.